there a problem, officer?
James Lindsay, huh?
Jim.
I'm gonna need you to step out of the vehicle, sir.
Chief Bishop! Chief Bishop, come in. Angela.
Hey, Mr. Lindsay.
Becca, Scott. Go Hawks!
So, after 10 years, Dexter Morgan moves from a warm to a cold weather and begins a new life. Can you tell us something about this?
Yeah, I mean, when we decided ultimately to take the plunge and return to the character in the show, we wanted to do something that was different, that was completely recontextualized, and it felt right that Dexter had landed in a small town as opposed to a big city, a place that was remote as opposed to the middle of activity, a place that was cold and wintry and not sunny. I mean, everything is flipped. Everything is different. It felt right for him to do that, in part because, you know, he's committed to abstinence. He's committed to not killing people, and living in a small town where there are fewer opportunities or temptations makes sense. And also, you know, he did fake his own death, and you know, wants to avoid detection. So to stay relatively off the radar makes sense.
This is my life. A wolf among sheep.
Yeah, and how did you feel after all this time being Dexter Morgan again?
It was strange. I mean, an experience unlike any I've ever had, you know, taking all this time away and then returning. But it was fun. It was really satisfying. I mean, I think we left the show in a place that was unsatisfying for people, the way it ended. So the chance to return and tell a story that we felt was worth telling felt really good. It was satisfying.
Who's that?
Boss kid. No bodies, no pattern. People don't just disappear. There's always a reason.
If she's right, how many other victims are there?
I don't know.
So can you explain how was the struggle between Dexter, dark passenger, and his inner voice? Who wins?
I think his inner voice in this incarnation is, at least in some ways, voiced by his dead sister, with whom he has this relationship now. You know, it's not that cut and dry. It's not that simple, but you know, I think Dexter is, when we meet him, he shut the door on his son. He shut the door on his former life. He shut the door on his dark passenger. He shut all the doors in a way. And once he opens one, the other one's open too. You can't just decide to be yourself in one way. You know, all the doors open. So a certain chaos ensues when he is all of a sudden having a relationship with his young adult son and killing people again. As far as which voice wins, I won't spoil it.
What are you doing?
Are you Dexter Morgan? It's me, your son.
Harrison.
Michael, have you ever lived a situation in your real life where you had to repress your dark passenger?
Sure, of course. I mean, we all have dark impulses, however they might manifest, that we, with varying degrees of success, try to manage. You know, there have been some times where I've managed, and sometimes where I've given in. Thankfully for me, my dark passenger doesn't manifest as a murderer. You know, that's a little more formidable, you know, than what I have to deal with. But yeah, absolutely, every day. I mean, I think we all have We all have that to some degree. It's a part of why Dexter is so relatable.
Of course, but can we say that in this new season we will see a more reflexive and human Dexter Morgan?
Yes, absolutely. I mean, I think Dexter's I think his relationship to killing is much more personal this time around. And I think his experience of his own humanity is more authentic.
You are a serial killer. You love that you're getting away with murder and you cannot wait to kill again.
Okay, there's a lot of expectation. I don't know if are you aware of that? That frenzy about your character?
Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of people are leaning forward and maybe hoping the show will be a certain thing, or afraid it will not be or will be a certain thing. I mean, we couldn't really preoccupy ourselves with that kind of stuff, at least primarily. You know, we just wanted to tell the story that we had decided was worth telling and let it live however it lives.
Thank you so much, Michael. Thank you. It's a pleasure. So I want to see Dexter Morgan again and Dexter New Blood. Congratulations. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you too.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Have you learned nothing?
Don't be ashamed. A lot of folks get queasy at the sight of blood.
Yeah, it gets to me every time.
It's a scary world out there. Monsters walk among us. I might still be a monster, but I'm an evolving monster.